Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oshode Health and Fitness Tutorials. Today we will be going over the deadlifts, more specifically the straight leg, also known as the stiff leg deadlifts. So come on down, let's have some fun. Alright, so when going over the straight leg or the stiff leg deadlifts, there's three things. The first primary thing that we want to focus on. One is the hand grip. Alright, for me, I generally like to get about shoulder width apart, so my hands are just as wide as my shoulders. Alright, get it on the bar, and you have to remember what you do on one side, you do on the other side. So most Olympic bars are going to have the ridges where they break apart. Let's come on in for a closer look. Alright, so let's say you want to get an inch here and an inch here. Alright, perfect. So the next thing we're going to do, go over feet width. Feet width, generally you want to go about shoulder width apart. With the straight leg, sometimes you might want to get just a little bit closer than feet width, a little closer than shoulder width apart, but in any case, it's what you're comfortable with. Alright? The next thing, now that we've got the hand grip and the width of the feet, the leg position. Alright, so with the straight leg deadlifts, and what we're going to do, we're going to get lateral so that you can see me from the side. It's going to be slight bend in the knees because we never want to have our knees locked out. We don't want to have any of our joints locked out, especially when there's tension on it, especially when we're talking about weightlifting, alright? We generally want to have it a little loose, alright? And now I'm going to show you some examples of the straight leg deadlifts, and then we'll get more into the movements, alright? Alright, we just went over some of the positioning regarding the deadlifts, the straight leg deadlifts. Now we're going to go over the movements, alright? So what we're going to first start off with is the hip movement, alright? So focus in on the hips and see how they're moving, alright? That will be step one of the movements, the hips. So as you notice, my hips are generally the only thing moving. They're bending at a 90-degree angle and coming up. Now, I'm able to bend at a 90-degree angle while keeping my chest up and my shoulders back. And actually, that's going to come in to the next point. So when we're deadlifting, it's important that we keep the chest up and the shoulders back, all right? And we rotate at the hips. Okay, so the thing is, some people, that actually takes a lot of flexibility to keep the chest up and the shoulders back. Many people are not able to keep that, so sometimes you may see this as a rotation for the deadlift. Okay, now this isn't bad in regards to strength, but it is it's not the best in regards to flexibility. So what we all want to attempt to get to is that 90 degrees. And I'll hold it here for you so you can see. Okay. The next thing to go over, the knees. A lot of times people tend to bend the knees. With the straight leg deadlifts, which is what we're doing, we're not bending the knees. It's going to be a slight bend in the knees, and it's going to be rotation right at the hips. Okay? So rotating at the hips, and the next thing I want to talk to you about is the arms. The arms are relaxed. All they're doing is functioning to hold the bar. That's all the arms are doing. They're not lifting the weights up. They're not moving the weights out. Okay? I'll show you right here. The last thing is the breathing. All right. Since we're exerting pressure on the upward movement, that's when we're going to be exhaling. All right. So on the drop, we're inhaling. On the up, we're exhaling. All right. Now we're going to put it all together, and I'll show you everything. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to show you the weighted straight leg, also known as stiff leg deadlift. And what I want you to focus on, it doesn't matter what weight you use, whether it's 1 plate, 2 plates on each side, 3 plates, 4 plates at 405 pounds. Should we go? Yeah, we're going to go 5 plates today at 495, just so I can show you the form, and it doesn't matter how little you're starting with or how much you're doing it, as long as you keep the right form, you won't get hurt, no injuries. It's all about safety first, alright? When I did the deadlift was that I was using a double pronated grip, right? Like this. It wasn't supinated, it was pronated. Alright, so you want to use pronated or double pronated, whenever you're going lesser weight. Once you start getting a heavier weight, when your grip starts to be hindered from this, then you can go 1 over, 1 under grip. Alright? So now I've also got some chalk to hold on to the bar much stronger than that. Alright now? For me, I'm at my 1 rep max. I start off with the chalk and the switch grip at 4 plates and higher, alright? So let's get started. Gentlemen, today was another day of Oshode Health and Fitness tutorials, and today we did go over the straight leg deadlifts. Now there's still a few things to go over, regarding the function and the technique, but I went over a lot of the most basic movements. And one thing that you really have to focus on is making sure you keep your chest up, your shoulders back. So generally when we're doing that, we're talking about flexing the upper back and the shoulder muscles while you extend the lower back. Alright? Now, this is important for safety precautions, especially your spine being vitally important. Alright? So we never want to have this, we always want to keep it here. Alright? Alright, so this has been another day at Oshode Health and Fitness Tutorials, and we'd love to see you back.